says that these are made. Now, Trusty Cook rebrands for a lot of companies, and that's why I have SK. But everybody says Snap-on rebrands and they're made by Trusty Cook. What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. I've got my parrot of a dog, Henry. What's up? You want to talk about hammers today? What's that, Henry? You want to talk about hammers? Oh, yeah. I'll just put him right up here on my shoulder because he likes to sit here. Welcome back to the channel. Woo! Henry, just get right in your teeth there and say hello to everybody. He doesn't look like he doesn't look like he's happy, but trust me. All right, you want down? Go for it. Get down. All right. Anyway, shout out to the new hat here, D2 Construction. Just a little shout out to them real quick. Good fellas. The hair is getting out of control. We're gonna have to get rid of that. But anyways, today's video, I just am excited. Hammer time. We're going to set the record straight and talk about some hammers. Give you guys some relevant information about hammers. Where they're made, who makes them. And there's absolutely going to be some information in this video that has never been put out on YouTube. Because I searched high and low and I've seen nothing but terrible, bad information the entire time I was looking. From the Garage Journal to YouTubers that are just basically trying to get views and clickbaity stuff, but this is not clickbait, so stick around. The number one complaint, once again, that I always hear is about price. And I'm going to talk about variety prices and manufacturers and give you guys some facts starting off here. I'm going to start off with some oddball stuff. Let's put this down to the way because everybody knows this stuff here. But let's talk about some of this other stuff here. So this right here is a company that's made in USA. Now, there's a ton of hammer manufacturers in the USA, to be honest with you. Estwing, Vaughn, NUPLA, Snap-on, Trusty Cook. There's actually almost like drill bits. There's just a lot. There's plenty of choices. So you have plenty of good choices, and the hammer manufacturers in the USA are definitely awesome. Now, a lot of you guys are like, CP, that's not a hammer. Well, I beg to differ. This is a handy hammer. By the Power Drive Handy Hammer. What this does is that way, instead of using your hand, and this is a shot-filled deal. A little conga. You hear that? And I'm kind of using this for two things today to represent something. But I can tell the dead blow feel in this. Now, a lot of you might say, CP, I can use my hand. I know I'm a tough guy too, but I want to tell you something about the deadened nerves in my hand over the years from just using my hand to beat on stuff. And you can see I kept a UPC on this one, but I use it. I don't know. It just comes in handy. It's just nice. You know what, guys? The one thing about hammers is they've evolved over the years. Okay, they used to be just wooden handle, then fiberglass handle, and now the technology's changed. But NUPLA makes a lot of good hammers, and they're a USA company, and they're actually pretty reasonably cheap or reasonably priced. So if guys are worried about price, and you can see right here, made in the USA, and this is a 10-ounce hammer. Listen to that noise. Pretty solid. And then you got a soft side on it. But these handy hammers are really nice. I'll put a link for the description of this one and some Trusty Cooks. Trusty Cooks are mainly, you know, just for you guys to know, so everybody can, because I know I'll get a ton of questions. So NUPLA is another company. Now, this is another SK hammer, and I don't remember, I'm pretty sure these could be possibly NUPLA, or they could be possibly Estwing. Estwing is in Chicago, and if you guys know, so is SK in Chicago, so they might have been manufacturing these. It's hard to say. These hammers are definitely reminiscent of Estwing, but these were my first ball peen hammers. Now, I don't know that they say, if you guys can read it anywhere on there, I don't think I see anything that says USA on these hammers. But Estwing is usually pretty good about putting it. Now, Estwing does sell a number of number of hammers that are not made in the USA, and it's pretty easy to tell because you can go to their website and they'll actually stamp USA beside it on their page or on their deal. Now, that being said, so since I'm talking about Estwing, I get another common misconception of hammers. Every time I show this hammers, they're like, "Oh, bruh, it's an Estwing. No, it's not an Estwing. Okay, an Estwing would absolutely be not happy, and they're not happy actually. To be honest with you, because I actually talked to them. They are not happy about people calling this this anti vibe hammer, because this hammer is actually made in Mexico. And ask me how I know? Well, I know because it says it on the package when you buy them. If you bought the hammers, then you would know. It's pretty simple to come that out, but these are not the same as the Estwing hammers. And Estwing hammers, these short ones, are made in once again, made in America, where these are made in Mexico. This is one of my favorite hammers, and this is a drilling hammer. So a lot of people go always like, "Oh, the same as Proto." You know, guys, when you go to buy these on the truck, I paid the same price on the Mack truck as I did for the Amazon price. Well, these go on sale on the Mack truck, and they're just as cheap as they are on Amazon or whatnot. So without too much rattling on about this, but this is one of my favorite hammers. It's a drilling hammer. Now, the anti-vibe hammers have a tuning fork design in the handle. If we were to split this handle off, this handle is solid through, and then in here, there's kind of a tuning fork piece, and that's the claim to the anti-vibe. That's the claim to the anti-vibe deal. Now I have a whole absolute. Let me just show you. I had to pull out some of my hammers, but you can see right here. This is a bunch of the other hammers. These are my most commonly used ones, and this is another telltale sign. I think this the Estwing might have made the SK hammers. It's because if you look at the website, their wooden handle rubber mallets were exactly like this rubber mallet, and this is held up really well. In fact, maybe I should find that piece of garbage Harbor Freight one. Hold on a second. Oh, wait, I apologize. I can't show you that because I threw it away. I had a Harbor Freight one that I had back when I first started, and I kept it around for the longest time. Now let's get on to the other compo cast hammers here. And this is a CH50, but this is a Mack, but this is also a Proto hammer with another different design, different handle. And a lot of guys like these still, too. There's a lot of old timers had these. I've had this dead blow for a long time. You can hear the shot in it. Excuse me, it's a compo thane. Right there's the deal. Once again, these are made in Mexico. There's nowhere on here that says made in the USA. Always wear your safety goggles. And this is another option for a dead blow. Now, there's difference between dead blows and ball peens, obviously. But the big elephant in the room that everybody's going to want me to talk about is, let's move it right along. Arguably, these two companies are probably holding the biggest name in mechanics trade for hammers. It's definitely not in the hammer business completely, but that is the Snap-on hammers, which also say USA, and the ball peens. Now, I'm trying to give you a little bit of both on these. Actually, I do have another Trusty Cook ball peen, but figured it'd be neat to show you guys that one because I picked those up from JD Tico there. But, yeah, the HBD 16, HBBD 16, which is, I keep this around for smaller stuff because I like it. And this little guy right here is only by Trusty Cook. This isn't, you can't get this from Snap-on. It's a dual-faced. And I forget what JD Tico calls it, the uncle, cousin, brother, or something like that. But this is a nice little handy hammer. I like short stuff. Once again, made in the USA. You have no shortage of options for USA hammers, guys. Now, the biggest thing is, though, like I was saying, the elephant in the room is everybody says that these are made. Now, Trusty Cook rebrands for a lot of companies, and that's why I have SK. But everybody says Snap-on rebrands and they're made by Trusty Cook, and that is such a lie. And I've heard it so often that I absolutely have had my fill of it. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to set the record straight. So here's the deal. Elkmont, Alabama is where Snap-on hammers are made. In Lawrence, Indiana is where Trusty Cook were made. Now, I actually took it upon myself to call Trusty Cook and ask them if they, in fact, made any hammers for Snap-on there, which is pretty bold of me, but I wanted to 100% verify. And I know for a fact they're being made in Elkmont, Indiana, because there's actually a video deep in the archives of the depths of YouTube. There's actually a video talking about how they make them in Elkmont, Alabama. They're not making a ton of these, but I think they said they ship out like 1,000 pieces a month or something, maybe of hammers or something. But hammers are not something you're gonna buy a lot of. They're not a high warranty item, so on and so forth. Now, what makes the difference between Snap-on and Trusty Cook differences is Snap-on uses a composite shaft in their handle. And once again, I want to show the difference in the handles. Now they're not the same hand, but they are different handles. Look at how much thinner the Snap-on is than the Trusty Cook. There's different tapers on them, but they also use a different design. In the head design, Trusty Cook is a more traditional style where it uses a steel rod through the handle. And I will try to put a picture up here. Once again, I just did this on a video for Snap-on. I just showed this, but they use a steel rod, and the rod goes all the way through the head. But what that does is allow free-flowing shot. Now, it may not be the same, but the NUPLA is free-flowing. And you can tell the difference when you hit something. That shot moves all the way to the bottom. Whereas these, they fall slowly. And you can tell there's a little bit of a, like, badunk after you get it. You know, like, is it a big deal? I really don't care, to be honest with you. And I'm not a huge fan of Snap-on hammers. I like the Trusty Cooks, but there is people that complain about getting the handles clean. And they do have different handle type. The handles get wore down. If you look here at this one versus this Trusty Cook, I don't know if their hot cast dead blow making thing doesn't keep them consistent, but these are different hammers. And Trusty Cook makes them for a lot of companies. Try to get you down here in a little bit tighter shot. But do you notice how the grainy, it's more grainy on this one, and it's more, this almost is like a football texture, whereas this is a little bit more aggressive. This actually feels very similar to a football texture, that to actually be completely honest. But there's a lot of people that think for some reason Trusty Cook's making Snap-on hammers, and the case of the matter is that they just are not. This is a different material altogether. This hammer is a completely different material. These grips, let's see if I can actually show you. These grips are extremely, extremely spongy. I mean, extremely spongy. And that is to reduce vibration. We've spent hundreds of years trying to improve tooling and whatnot so that we have better tools and I wailed on this one here, you can see. We've tried to improve tooling so that it actually continues to not hurt us the more we use it. And Trusty Cook is doing a good design, and Snap-on is doing a good design. Your traditional hammers, like, you know, I mean, this one's, I will say, I use the Mac Anti-Vibes for bigger stuff because I just want it to move. But this is going to fatigue you more, and I notice it does. Whereas a Snap-on is more like a golf swing. In fact, I don't know if I can make it do it. Or you can do it on, oh yeah, you surely can. Let me see if you can see this on camera. You can see the Snap-on hammer flex. See how that flexes? And I don't think I can make the Trusty Cook has no flex in it whatsoever. I mean, granted, it's a shorter handle, but almost every one of the Snap-ons, you can tell that composite shaft in there is definitely, and what that does is create like a golf club type swing. So when you hit something, it's gonna pop. And some guys actually love it, but I do feel like when I'm trying to hit something more solid, I don't get quite everything I need out of a hammer. And I've heard several other guys complain like that, so that's why I have a variety. I'm not stuck on one brand. In fact, I don't have any of the big ball peen Snap-on hammers at all. Mostly the small stuff, because I use this one a lot for little stuff because it's just nice. And I mean, they're very well built. Look at the Snap-on end caps on these. Look at how the higher quality of steel that they use. Granted, they're $100 and some, but I mean, if you don't want to go that route, you don't have to. But the Trusty Cooks are nice too, and you can just tell there's not quite you can look at the handle and even see that they're a little bit, they're using a hot cast dead blow, where this is actually called a, I have no skin in the game. Not a single one of these companies sponsor me, okay? I only want to spread the actual facts here, and this is easily something you can find out if you Google it. You know, it's not something to hide. And once again, I don't stick up for anybody. In fact, you can see the shaft that goes through here for the Trusty cook, and Snap-on has a little tiny hole there. I'm assuming that's where their composite shaft goes in, but they're great hammers. All of these are great hammers, and I love all of them. That's why I have the Trusty cooks. Dead blows, I got these for a dirt cheap deal, and they're absolutely awesome. I have the big dog up there on the wall. I have the big dog Trusty cook up there on the wall, and I absolutely love them. That's everything I can give you factual wise on hammers, and a non-biased talk about it. What do I like? And at the end of it, what do I like? My final thoughts are, I like all of these for different things. That's why I have them. So I don't give any one of these the number one spot. Now, ones I don't like as much, and that's why I only have one, is the composite Mac ones. I don't buy these anymore, but they do break in very well, and a lot of guys do like them traditionally. I don't like, these are the ones I started with, and I don't like these fiberglass ones. The handles aren't terrible. I do use this one still, but these are the hammers I started with. They're great hammers. These are nice because you can use them for different deals and not damage stuff, you know, and the heads come off of them. But when it comes to go-to hammers and what my choice would be, you're gonna look at. I'm gonna say that my top hammers are gonna be Snap-on, Trusty Cook, Mac, and the good old NUPLA. You can't hardly beat a good old NUPLA hammer too. So I'm not gonna give you a number one out of all of them. I think they all do something different, better than others. Trusty Cook has this hammer, which is absolutely awesome for dual deals, and when I really want to whack on something, I break out little Thor, or little CP, I like to call them. And then the dead blows, these work fantastic. I love the size of the handles, but these hammers are affordable enough. If you wanted to buy this in a Snap-on hammer, if you wanted to buy this this size hammer in a Snap-on, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. All about budgeting, guys, and what you can afford, and this is what I can afford, and this is what I like, the best of what I like, and I've had great luck with them. So anyways, guys, that's the video. Hope you like it. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.